Imagine a car that's affordable, uses no gas, and has no tailpipe emissions. You've heard about electric cars, but they always seem like something way in the future. Or are they? Believe it or not, the next car you buy may be battery-powered.
I think that the market for electric cars has always existed. In fact, when California had some electric cars, there were always waiting lists for those electric cars. Clearly, a vehicle that is zero emissions serves our interest. A vehicle that doesn't use petroleum for all kinds of complicated political and foreign policy reasons serves our interest. A vehicle that doesn't make as much noise serves our interest. A vehicle that's immediately responsive in a way that an internal combustion engine with gears can't be is clearly in our interest.
Electric cars differ from hybrids in that they require no gas. Unlike hybrids, which combine both battery power and gas as fuel, 100% electric cars completely cut out the need for gasoline by using a powerful rechargeable battery. No combustion engine also means no tailpipe. Electric cars produce zero emissions. Still, many wonder, where do I charge my battery? The answer is here at home. Electric cars recharge from 0 to 100% capacity in about 6 to 8 hours. So while you're resting and recharging for tomorrow, your car is too. With a full charge, an electric car can travel about 100 miles, more than most Americans drive in a day.
Before you use your gas-powered car, you drive it down till the light came on and then you search for a gas station to fill up. Your gas station now is your garage. So every night you plug your car in, you wake up in the morning, you have 100 miles worth of range. I mean, we know that the stats are across the country, over 70% of the US driving population goes less than 40 miles a day. Sure, there's some people who go longer than that, but 40 miles a day, you'll come home with 40 or 50% state of charge, and you'll be recharged, ready to go in a couple of hours and wake up in the morning with 100 miles. To get your garage ready for home charge, it's really pretty easy. If you have a 220 volt circuit, 30 amps, essentially your electric dryer circuit, that's all you need.
This new technology is so exciting, major cities like San Francisco are getting on board by installing public chargers around town.
As a municipality, we've partnered with 8 other Bay Area counties. In fact, we have a 9-county strategy to create not only that ubiquity of infrastructure, but also standardize that infrastructure in a way that you know if you drive down to, for example, San Jose from here in San Francisco, 45 minutes, that you can get back to San Francisco because they have the same type of charger that you left home with. So my vision, is to build out an infrastructure so that you can go to a parking meter in San Francisco and not only pay for the right to be in that parking space, but be able to plug in and pay nothing at all for the electricity that would come out of that parking meter.
There are also plans for quick charge stations like gas stations to make long road trips possible and to provide power for those who aren't able to install chargers at home.
Certainly we need to find a way to provide power, to make access to power possible for people who don't have garages, for people who park on the street, or people who park in an apartment building and don't have electricity by their spot, or perhaps don't have an assigned spot. And one of the ways that we can solve this problem is with fast charging. They receive a big jolt of power. Within 15 or 20 minutes, they get up to speed and can be put back into service. Those people who don't have access to power but have the desire to own a plug-in car will be able to do that.
As convenient electric charging spreads across the country, so may a wave of clean electric cars, and it might not be long before even you drive home in a car without a tailpipe. Nissan is proud to introduce the 100% electric Nissan Leaf, a practical, affordable, zero-emission car. The Nissan Leaf reaches 90 miles per hour and can travel 100 miles when fully charged. The Leaf handles as responsively as a gas car and offers all the features and quality you've come to expect from Nissan. Convenient technology, performance, and style, all without a tailpipe. That means zero smog, zero greenhouse gases coming from the Leaf.
The Leaf is revolutionary because this is the world's first affordable, zero-emission, pure battery electric car. And I mean affordable, it means that everybody's going to be able to own one.
With the Nissan Leaf, Nissan is pioneering new technology that may have a global impact. While many car companies have invested in hybrids, Nissan has been researching and collaborating to provide zero-emission mobility to drivers around the world.
we at Plug in America have certainly been waiting for some car company to wake up and recognize not only that there's a valid social need for electric cars, but that there's a case to be made for the car companies, that there's a market waiting to be filled with electric cars. And it may well be that Nissan is going to catch up to the demand. And I think that Carlos Ghosn's expressed intention to mass market this car, to offer, at first, tens of thousands of vehicles, ramping up, as he has expressed, to 150 or so thousand vehicles a year, is exactly the kind of effort that we need to see made.
Nissan is also working with lawmakers and the public to make widespread use a reality.
What we're doing working with elected officials is we're working on the state, regional, local level, and on the federal level with all the elected officials that we can convince that this is the right thing to do, that these cars are coming. So what we've been going in and talking to them about is things that they can do to help consumers more readily adopt these vehicles quicker. A lot of things that they can do to get ready are permitting inspection for the home charging installations, doing market mapping of where public charging needs to go, and if there's any kind of incentives, financial or non-financial. So we're talking HOV lane access, we're talking free parking, or if they want to do a tax rebate for either the purchase of the cars or for the purchase of the EVSE or the home charging installations. Those are things that we try to encourage them to look at.
Mass production will eventually take place at this state-of-the-art plant in Smyrna, Tennessee. The plant will provide green jobs to hundreds of U.S. workers.
There's a huge buzz around the plant about the Nissan Leaf. We just recently had the Nissan Leaf tour make a stop here in Smyrna. We were able to show the car to 5,000 of our employees, and the motivation, the excitement is at an all-time high level.
Knowing that we're going to be in the history books one day, it's wonderful. Knowing that my grandkids will be, driving an electric vehicle, most likely by the time they get old enough to drive, everything will be most likely electric by then. It's just amazing to see that they decided here in Tennessee that we were responsible enough to be able to put out the new generation.
It's a great idea, it's a great concept. I can't wait till the new technology hits the floor.
Our CEO, Mr. Ghosn, has really made this more of a sustainability issue than just a car issue. We believe that this is something that we can do to help green the planet, leave it better off than how we found it.
The Nissan Leaf will be available in late 2010. Visit nissanusa.com.